Morning Sports Report brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto, East End of Adams and LeGrand. Go see JB and the boys. Let's talk about LeGrand first off. The Tigers hosted Madras on Friday night. They got a big win, 36-14. We looked. I'm not going to say we looked good. We looked okay in my eyes. I mean, yeah, it's a win. We're still struggling with discipline. There was a lot of penalties again. And like I said a couple weeks ago, I just don't see on the sidelines. I don't see that fire like that you've seen from previous LeGrand teams. And I don't know if it's just because we're young and inexperienced, the new coach. But if we want to make the playoffs, which right now I'm going to say it's a stretch for us to make the playoffs. We're going to have to change some things around, and we're going to have to beat Ontario for sure. We already lost to Baker. Pendleton's going to be a tough game. We go on the road this Friday and play Crook County, and it's a must-win. It's absolute must-win in my eyes if we want any shot at making the playoffs. I got some highlights from Friday's game. I'm just going to play a few of these, and then we'll come back right after this. Madras airs it out. Intercepted by number 2, Landon Hood.
Landon Hood with the interception for the Tigers.
Nice play there by the sophomore. You know, some people will say that that's like a punt. It is. I mean, if that ball gets dropped, they punt on fourth down. But that pumps up your team when you pick a ball off. I love it. I love it. Let's get this team on the sideline pumped up. Oh, nice play there by Landon Hood. Landon Hood is showing up on defense so far for the Tigers. They run sweep. Landon Hood says no. Anyway, so yeah, that game on Friday, 36-14 win over Madras. Yeah, like I said, we played okay. I mean, we played good enough to win, and against a Madras team that was not good. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but they're not the caliber of teams that we play in our own conference even. And the game against Ontario in 2 weeks, Ontario's been historically bad, you know, for the last 10 years at football. This year, they're not bad. They really aren't. So we're gonna have to step it up. We have to win on Friday. We have to beat Ontario, and that's the only way we have a chance at making the playoffs. EOU volleyball got 2 more wins this last weekend. Polls come out tomorrow. I think we're probably going to move up 1 spot. So we'll probably go from number 4 to number 3. 2 of the top 3 teams didn't lose over the weekend. So you got those 2. They're both undefeated. But one of the top 3 teams did lose, and that was their second loss. So I think we'll move up to number 3. EOU football had a huge win this weekend on the road in Havre. Did I say that right? Havre?
It's Havre.
Havre.
Yeah.
It's just spelled. It should be Haver.
Yeah. And the only reason I knew that is because I grew up in Wyoming and
Montana.
Montana.
I knew you'd know that, and I say it wrong every time. Anyways, they won 28-3 over MSU Northern. The defense has only given up 16 points in the last 3 games, as opposed to 129 points in the first 3 games. So there's been a shift, and some of it is personnel, and some of it's the teams that we played. But we moved Blaine Shaw into the box. There's a few things that have happened personnel-wise, and this looks more like EOU defense that's led by Brian Mills that I've come to love in the past. You know what I mean? And the big games this Saturday, though, at Community Stadium, it's homecoming, 1:00 p.m. against number 10 in the country, Carroll. And man, if EOU can pull this game off, we're right back in the mix. I mean, they're 2-1 in the Frontier right now. They're 2-4 overall. They started out really tough. You know, they started out 0-4. They won their last 2 in a row. But this Carroll game is a huge one on Saturday at 1 o'clock. EOU volleyball's at home this weekend as well. They play at 5 o'clock on Friday, 7 on Friday against Evergreen, and then they turn around and play at 5 on Saturday against the only team that's beat them all year, Northwest, which is weird because Northwest is not a great volleyball team. We just didn't play them good. And so we're looking for redemption on Saturday, and I think we'll handle them on homecoming Saturday at home.
Good.
Both men's and women's soccer play C of I on Friday in Caldwell. It's travel partner week for EOU soccer, so they'll go play just one game and then they'll come back. They'll be back for homecoming. I'll have a schedule for all the EOU homecoming events on the show on Thursday morning. This morning's sports report is brought to you by Rock & Sons Tire and Auto. East End of Adams and LeGrand. Go see JB and the boys.